Hey everyone, today I wanted to talk about how important it is, especially in this day and age, to have an investing mindset and how to start working towards getting yourself into one if you're not quite there yet. Investing in any respect is becoming more and more common all across the world, especially in the last few years since the online stock and crypto market has absolutely exploded. I was reading a study from a few months ago in America the other day, which said that nearly 20% of adults in America own Bitcoin. And that's just one single cryptocurrency that nearly 1 in 5 American adults own, which I think is pretty crazy. Passive income is becoming something that people just factor into their income, and I think those that don't are going to be left behind in years to come. Saving money, putting your money in the bank is no longer an effective or viable use for your earned income. Because of inflation and really, really poor interest rates that banks offer on your savings, money in the bank is now actually a depreciating asset, which I think more and more people are starting to become aware of and moving away from that way of acting and that way of thinking about their money. So you're actually losing money by it being in the bank, which is fine while you've still got that consistent earned income from a job. But what happens if you can't work one day? What happens if you want to retire or for any other reason that earned income is jeopardized? Then, that's really not a great situation, and it becomes much harder at that point to begin investing and to get into the world without that consistent earned income, at least at the start anyway. The property market in Australia at the moment is in a place where it's achievable for nearly every single average person to at least work towards getting into the market, which I think is a really special and a really lucky thing. And who knows in 10, 15 years how that's going to change. So I think the people who are getting in at the moment and have the last few years are going to be well above the curve, in decades to come. And I think it's taking time for the culture to shift into seeing investing as a really beneficial thing for your average normal Aussie family. And I think the first major step in that is getting into the headspace where you see money in the bank as losing value. I think the first big step is changing your mindset into seeing investing as a really effective use and beneficial way of putting your money to work. I think what really helped me get out of that was seeing, my friends and family start to invest and do really well in it, and seeing how positively it benefited them, not only in their current situation, but their outlook for the future. Not that they were pessimistic people or that they had a bad outlook of the future, but knowing that they've gonna have this passive income stream coming in decades and decades to come, where if they want to retire well before 65, then they can. Or if they want to disappear and travel for 6 months, 12 months, years on end, they're going to be able to do that because they're backed up from their passive income from the investments they're making now. I personally did have an addiction a few years ago to putting money in the bank. Every week, week to week or month to month, however you're getting paid, it's an easy addiction to have, seeing that money going up on your screen. On your internet banking app, I just like seeing it going up and up and up. And I didn't realize at the time that I was actually sacrificing my growth and potential profits just to see a number on a screen. And then when I saw my friends and family get into it, and that really kind of persuaded me to at least look into it, and then I checked out all the numbers for myself and saw the potential for myself, then I was, instantly taken. And I've sort of done a full 180 to where now I'm in the position where I don't like having money in the bank, or very little at least, because I see it as wasted opportunity. I used to be in the point where I wanted that number as big as possible, and now I like it to be quite small, because if it is big, I see it as wasting the potential. And it makes me feel uncomfortable knowing that I'm not making the most out of the money that I worked hard to get. And I think that really is the first step, just taking that shift in your mindset to understanding that investing your money is actually going to make it do much more for you. And once you're in that mindset, you'll see the investing opportunities around you because you're sort of attuned to it and know that you're not going to just brush them off. And then the rest sort of just comes. That's kind of the bulk of what I wanted to talk about today, just the importance of at least realizing that shifting into that mindset is going to be massively beneficial for your profits. If anybody does have any questions about this, always feel free to give me a message, and have a great week. Cheers.